how's everybody doing tonight? Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my love into you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I am missing, and hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, oh darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, all my loving, ooh, all my loving, I will send to you. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Another Tuesday, and here we are, 29th episode on September 29th. That's some kind of strange alignment of the moons. I think it's like a blue moon, I think somebody told me today. Well, it's kind of cloudy here right now. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see the moon tonight, but there's a full moon, the 29th episode of Tuesday Live on September 29th. Now that's real excitement, I think, in terms of things going on with the pandemic and everything. Thank you so much for joining me tonight and joining all the rest of us on the show. Hope you enjoy it. And if you like the show, please tell your friends in person if you can, although we're sort of socially distancing these days. But, share on Facebook, YouTube, let other people know what's going on. And always fun to have a good audience here. And we do have a great audience here. Hope everybody had a great week. It's cooled off a little bit the last couple days here in Southern Ontario. But last week was fantastic. Beautiful weather. And fall colors starting to come around too. And as I mentioned, the last couple of weeks, we're doing a family run, or actually a brisk walk for breast cancer this weekend. It's a virtual walk, so we're going to be just getting together and socially distancing, walking around town. But we're doing a little fundraising for it. So if you're interested in supporting us, you can find a donation button on my website, robspoon.com. And that gets you into the Canadian Cancer site, and then you figure out from there, hopefully. We have a fantastic show lined up for you tonight, so please stick around. Of course, we got Stan McRae here, one of our regular contributors. Stan, photographer, Eastern Ontario. Another fantastic set of shots lined up for us. He's going to share. Alan Edmunds, who's been with us the last couple shows, is back again, and he's sharing an original song with us tonight, so looking forward to that. And I'm really excited to introduce you to a talented young local country singer, Nick Bordman. And if you love country music, and who doesn't, you're in for a real treat. As we know, there's only really two kinds of music in the world, right? Country and Western. And Nick's a real talented singer, so look forward to that as well. I'm so grateful to have my new friend Waxxie from his shack in North Bay on the show, and he's going to bear it all for us tonight, so you don't want to miss that, let me tell you. And speaking of shack dwellers, Willy's out in the shed and excited to play for us tonight. And I think I heard him working on some mandolin chops, so maybe we're going to have a mandolin song maybe a little later as well. That Irish fella Robbie O'Spoon is going to be checking in from Dublin, and of course I'll be playing a few songs. And we have returning, which we haven't seen for a little while, but he was a regular on the show earlier if you've been with us for a while, and that's Sandy Mackay. Sandy's back with a song, so looking forward to seeing Sandy again. And also, if you were watching last week, you might have noticed that CoViddy reinfected the show, sort of riding that second wave. I see Fishy Fish is back here too, talking about infections. And so I'm not sure if CoViddy's going to be back tonight or not, but we certainly have a lot of fun music around, so stick around for the next hour or so for the show, and we're going to head out to the shed right now and see what Willy's up to. Hey, Willy. Hey, y'all. Willy here. Hope everybody's had a great week. I had a good week. Weather real good. Been able to get out and about and do a few things. Of course, keep my social distance from everybody because I'm still self-isolating. Been self-isolating here for a couple of years, actually. But I've been trying to learn. I'm sitting out here in the shed. Got the time. I'm trying to learn a little bit about Canadian geography because let me tell you, when I was came up from the United States of America, I didn't know much about Canada. I thought it was all snow and Toronto. That was about it. And I'm learning this is a pretty big country, and you got a lot of different things. You got a lot of different weather, that's for sure. And you got a lot of different places, a lot of interesting named places. So I thought, well, how am I going to learn all these places in this new country? I'm in Canada. So I found this Hank Snow song was actually written about American places. I thought that's kind of weird. Hank Snow's a Canadian fella. But so I took it and I made it a little bit more Canadianized to help me learn my Canadian place names. So there's the song's called Ive Been Everywhere. This is a Willy Canadian version. I was toting my bag along a dusty Wellesley road when along came a buggy with a high canvas covered load. If you're going to Wellesley, Willy, with me you can ride. So I climbed into the wagon and I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand. I said, hey listen Mr. Martin, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Across the prairies bare, man, I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Well, he turned to me and he says, well, Willie, where you been? Well, let me tell you. I've been to Orono, Chillago, Oxbow, Atikoka, Dildo, Toronto, Waterloo, Muskoka, Oshawa, Petawa, Ottawa, Bonanza, Fatlaw, Moose Jaw, Mattawa, Bella Bella, Winnipeg, Avonmore, Atikoka, and Arthur, Thunder Bay, Bell Bay, Witless Bay, what the hey, I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man, across the prairies bare, man, breathe the mountain air, man, travel I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Well, fellow in the buggy, he was really impressed. He thought, wow, that Willie fella, he's been everywhere. Been in Newton, Bodcage, Hamilton, Campobello, Picton, Halton, Kingston, Montebello, Calgary, St. John's, Carstairs, Moose Creek, Big Rock, Flat Rock, Placer Rock, Prince Creek, Brown Lake, Cooley, Chicopee, Spirit Lake, Pickle Lake, Silver Lake, Rainy Lake, for Pete's sake. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Across the prairies bare, man, I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. This fella says, that all place you been, Willie? I said, heck no, I've been a whole lot more places. Rockville, Kingsville, Stouffville, Georgina, Shefferville, Belleville, Sackville, Pembina, Meat Cove, Tilt Cove, Sally Cove, Rockport, Tadoussac, Surlilac, Steinbach, Eastport, Cornwall, Callaway, Yellowknife, Regina, Peace River, Beaver River, Deep River, like the Giver. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Across the prairies bare, man, I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Well, let me tell you, that midnight fella, he was quite impressed, Mr. Martin, and been all those places. He said, well, Willie, that's got to be all the places you've been to. And I said, well, Mr. Martin, let me tell you, there's a few more places I've been. I've been to Morseburg, Heidelberg, Williamsburg, Eldorado, Tilsonburg, Rexburg, Brantford, Resco, Montreal, Pembroke, Porcupine, Chatsworth, St. Clement, St. Stig, St. George, Kenilworth, Waskesiu, Waterloo, Pictou, Longsiu, Ear Falls, Fenelon Falls, Grand Falls, Road Falls. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Across the prairies bare, man, I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Yeah, Willie, you've been everywhere, he said. job with Ive Been Everywhere there, Willy. And a little shot of Lake Huron there for the folks maybe didn't get out much this summer and have a chance to stand by the side of a big lake. My wife and I were out touring around, and we were down in Goderich, lovely, the prettiest town in Canada, they say. They call themselves. We had a nice look at the lake, went to Tiger Dunlop's tomb, which is Tiger Dunlop, quite a story there. I'm not going to tell you the whole story here, but to look it up if you're interested. And what I thought would be fun to do is, if you have shoot a short video from where you are, across the country, your little corner of the world, even if it's just down the street or around the corner, and some neat things you're seeing. Certainly a lot of lovely fall color, because we do have a lot of folks watching the show who don't get out much, and particularly with the pandemic, a lot of us aren't getting too far out much these days. So if you have something you'd like to share, a short little video, send it in to me, robspoon at robspoon.com. You can also contact me on my website, and we'll throw them on a future show. That'd be kind of fun, I think, to share some pictures of things going on. And certainly Stan McRae shares his pictures every week, and I'm sure a few of you out there have some few pictures you can share that we can get a little travel log with our Tuesday Live viewers. Anyways, here's one. I think this is one of the greatest peace songs ever written. It's a little known song by Steve Earle. I woke up this morning, none of the news was good, 'cause death machines were rumbling across the ground where Jesus stood. The man on my TV told me it had always been that way, and there's nothing anyone could do or say. And I almost believed him. Yeah, I almost lost my mind, and I regained my senses again. Looked into my heart to find that I believe that one fine day all the children of Abraham will lay down their swords forever in Jerusalem. Maybe I'm only dreaming, maybe I'm just a fool, but I don't remember learning how to hate in Sunday school. Somewhere along the way I strayed, and I never looked back again. But I still find some comfort now and then. And then the storm comes rumbling in, and I can't lay me down, and all the drums are drumming again. And I can't stand the sound, but I believe there'll come a day when the lion and the lamb will lay down in peace together in Jerusalem. Be no barricades then. There'll be no wire or walls, and we can wash all this blood from our hands and all this hatred from our souls. And I believe that on that day all the children of Abraham will lay down their swords forever in Jerusalem. I think that's a great song. I've loved that for a long, long time. Anyways, I'd like to introduce you now to a local musician, young country singer by the name of Nick Bordman. Learned about him from my friend Marshall Ward over at the Waterloo Chronicle, who said you got to hear this Nick Bordman fella. He's a young fella with a old soul country voice to him. So I'm going to turn it right over to Nick.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, I'm Nick Bordman, an aspiring country singer-songwriter from right here in Waterloo. I'm here with my buddy Johnny Lansine from a local band called the Four Corners. He's the drummer for them. They do a lot of great stuff, check them out. But tonight me and Johnny are going to do Hank Williams Jr.'s Family Tradition. It's a good song, one of the best songs if you had to ask me, so we're going to do it right now tonight for you.
Country music singers have been a real close family. Lately, some of my kinfolks have disowned a few others of me. I guess it's because I kind of changed my direction. Lord, I guess I went and broke that family tradition. Get on 'em now, why do you drink? Hank, why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out the songs that you wrote? Over and over, everybody made my prediction. If he gets stoned and sings all night long, that's a family tradition. I am very proud of my daddy's name, although his kind of music and mine ain't exactly the same. Stop and think it over, put yourself in my position. If I get stoned and sing all night long, that's a family tradition. Well, don't ask him, Hank, why do you drink? Hank, why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out the songs that you wrote? If I'm down in a honky-tonk and somebody tries to give me friction, oh, so leave me alone, I'm singing all night long, that's a family tradition. Some ladies, I have loved Jim Beam. They both tried to kill me in 1973. And when my doctor asked me, son, how'd you get in this condition? I said, oh, it's our bones, I'm just carrying on my old family tradition. So don't ask them, Hank, why do you drink? Hank, why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out the songs that you wrote? Stop and think it over, put yourself in my unique position. If I get stoned and sing all night long, that's a family tradition.
Fantastic, Nick. Thanks for sharing that with us. Hope to have Nick on the show more often now that we've broken the ice and got him on board. Always fun to have some young blood and some great, fantastic voice he has there. So it kind of inspired me to look back into my country repertoire and look for a country song I hadn't sung for a while. So this is actually one by Corbin Easton, I think, or Easton Corbin. I'm not sure. Not sure what happened to him. He was out. He sort of had a couple hot songs for a while. Then he disappeared. He was a real hot guitar player. But this is actually a song I sang at my nephew Sam's wedding when he married Amy, and they've got 2 kids now. So it's a little while ago, and it's loving you is fun. You got a cousin who's telling you something that doesn't have nothing to do with the love that we're in. Baby, I hear she's saying this game we're playing should be complicated if you wanna think she's crazy. 'Cause love don't have to be a bunch of drama, a bunch of knockdown dragouts crying in the rain. It's alright to keep it light now, mama, don't you think? And we're having such a good time together, and it's only just begun. My heart's never smiled so hard, baby. Loving you is fun. Yeah, it's fun. I'm walking around all over this town, 6 feet off the ground, so happy I found you, baby. I love it. There's no self-help book on the shelf, you know too well they're trying to sell you something for nothing. 'Cause love don't have to be a bunch of drama, bunch of knockdown dragouts crying in the rain. It's alright to keep it light down, mama, don't you think? And we're having such a good time together, and it's only just begun. My heart's never smiled so hard, baby. Loving you is fun. It's fun. Love don't have to be a bunch of drama, a bunch of knockdown dragouts crying in the rain. It's alright to keep it light now, mama, don't you think? And we're having such a good time together, and it's only just begun. My heart's never smiled so hard, baby. Loving you is fun. This old heart's never smiled so hard. Loving you is fun. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. Loving you's fun. And that was fun. Let's head out to lovely New Brunswick and see what Sandy Mackay's up to out on the water.
Hey everybody, how you doing today? We are out on the water again in the green canoe, and we'll just shut her off here because it's making a lot of noise. So today is Mary Jo's birthday, and while we're out in the water, we'll sing Mary Jo a happy birthday song, like this. They were gonna let second grade out early today, which made little Jojo kind of blue, because she just turned 7 years old today, and she thought she'd have a birthday at school. She got back home and she's taken off guards, chairs and tables all over the yard, and her friends jump up and they holler real hard, happy birthday to you. It makes me think of the good old days, happy birthday to you. You sure grew out of your baby ways, happy birthday to you. It's your 7th birthday, we wish you many more. Health and wealth and friends by the score. Cut the cake and let's eat some more. Happy birthday to you. Jojo's 22 now and she's working with her pop. She forgot she had a birthday at school. And they're putting in a whole new system at the shop, and she forgot she had a birthday due. She gets back home and she's taken off guards, chairs and tables all over the yard, and her friends jump up and they holler real hard, happy birthday to you. It makes me think of the good old days, happy birthday to you. You sure grew out of your baby ways, happy birthday to you. It's your 22nd birthday, we wish you many more. Health and wealth and friends by the score. Cut the cake and let's eat some more. Happy birthday to you. Now it's old woman Jojo in a rocking chair, admiring the view, just like this. And she's still got all her teeth, and she's still got all her hair. And today, she's 56. She turns in her chair, and she's taken off guards, chairs and tables all over the yard. And her friends jump up, and they holler real hard, "Happy birthday to you." It makes me think of the good old days. Happy birthday to you. You sure grew out of your baby ways. Happy birthday to you. It's your 56th birthday. We wish you many more. Health and wealth and friends by the score. Tune up the fiddle. Let's dance some more. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from the beautiful Kennebecasis River. Talk to you later.
Thanks, Sandy, for bringing us out on the water of the on the river there. It's beautiful. And happy birthday, Mary Jo, Sandy's wife. You had a great day, and hope we get Sandy back again real soon. I know he took a bit of a break. I think he was getting the Unsinkable 2 out of the water before that little bit of a blow came up from that hurricane up through their area. I know he didn't want to have to invest in Unsinkable 3, so he had to get Unsinkable 2 out of the water, but I think she's out for the year now. Here's a song that actually used to play the Speedy River Valley Mountain Boys, and it's one of the rare tunes that the Speedy River Valley Mountain Boys performed in their original configuration that was recorded on a video, and it's actually on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in listening to the original Speedy River Valley Mountain Boy version of this song with Dave Duke on mandolin and Ranj Fedek on bass, check it out on my YouTube channel, Rob Spoon Music. Well, my friends, I can see your face so clearly. A little bit tired, a little worn through the years. You sound nervous, you seem so alone. I barely recognized your voice on the telephone. In between, I remember just before we wound up broken down. We drive out to the edge of the highway, follow that lonesome dead-end roadside south. We're all in this thing together, walking the line between faith and fear. This life don't last forever. When you cry, I taste the salt in your tears. Well, my friends, let's put this thing together and walk the path with worn out feet of trial. 'Cause if you want it, we could go home forever. Give up your jaded ways, spell your name before God. We're all in this thing together, walking the line between faith and fear. This life don't last forever. When you cry, I taste the salt in your tear. Every day there's a picture in the mirror with fancy shoes to grace our feet. All there is is a slow road to freedom. Heaven above and the devil below. We're all in this thing together, walking the line between faith and fear. This life don't last forever. When you cry, I taste the salt in your tear. Let's head out and see what Willy's doing out in the shed. Hey, Willy. Hey, y'all. Willy here again. Got you another song by that Fred Eaglesmith fella. I like his music. This one's a little dark, but it's a lot of truth to it too, though. It's called Alcohol and Pills. Hank Williams, he came down from Montgomery with a heart full of broken country song. But Nashville, Tennessee didn't really understand him, 'cause he did things differently than the way that they were done. But when he finally made it to the Grand Ole Opry, he made it stand still. He ended up on alcohol and pills. Elvis Presley, he came down from Jackson with a brand new way of singing, Lord, and a brand new way of dancing. Even from the waist up, Lord, he gave the world a thrill. He ended up on alcohol and pills. Alcohol and pills, it's a crying shame. Think they might have been happy with the glory and the fame. Fame doesn't take away the pain, oh, it just pays the bills. And you wind up on alcohol and pills. Janis Joplin, she was wild and reckless. Then there was Graham Parsons, Lord, and then there was Jimi Hendrix. The story just goes on, and I guess it always will. They ended up on alcohol and pills. Alcohol and pills, it's a crying shame. You think they might have been happy with the glory and the fame. Fame doesn't take away the pain, oh, it just pays the bills. And you wind up on alcohol and pills. Sometimes somebody just doesn't wake up one day. Sometimes it's a heart attack. Sometimes it just don't say. Poor old Hank Williams out of a Cadillac Coupe de Ville. He'd ended up on alcohol and pills. Alcohol and pills, it's a crying shame. You think they might have been happy with the glory and the fame. Fame doesn't take away the pain, oh, it just pays the bills. And you wind up on alcohol and pills. Yes, you wind up on alcohol and pills. Very nice, Willy. Great version of that song. A little dark, It's one of Fred's darker songs, but nice to hear you play it. And we'd like to introduce another one of our fairly recent additions to the show, Alan Edmunds. He's sort of a singer and a songwriter now, I found out, because he sent in an original song he's done. So, Alan, take it away.
Hey Rob, thanks for having me on the show. It's really cool when someone special comes into your life. I wrote this song for Catherine. You're always on my mind. You're in my dreams. Your love is kind. When I'm with you, babe, I lose control. You touched my broken heart, my very soul. You can't see tomorrow, 'cause we're living for today. Forget all our sorrows, it's better this way. Who needs an answer when our love's so true? I can't imagine never loving you. Out on country roads, we enjoy the ride. Quaint rural restaurants with wine on the side. I love your warm embrace, your gentle touch. I can't believe you love me this much. We can't see tomorrow, 'cause we're living for today. Forget all our sorrows, it's better this way. Who needs an answer when our love's so true? I can't imagine never loving you. I can't imagine never loving you. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show.
Beautiful job, Alan. Beautiful song. Beautiful song. Very well done. Thanks for sharing that with us. I want to shout out to Rick Kelly. I see Rick's back with us tonight. Rick, if you may recall from last week, was self-isolating before he headed up into the Canadian Arctic. So we have a Tuesday Live listener up in the Canadian Arctic. And Rick, maybe you should send some pictures down from the Arctic. I've never been up there myself, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners haven't. So send us down some pictures. Let us know what it looks like up there. And he said it's -5 up there. A little chilly, but not bad. We have another new performer on the show. Joined us last week. Fantastic talent from his shack up in North Bay. I'm going to turn it over to my new good friend, Waxxie.
Hello, folks. My name's Waxxie, and welcome to the shack. Uncle Smokey, the bear song. Oh boy, do I love bears. You can bet your life that I do. Ain't nothing anywhere like a big black bear, long as he's a mile away from you. Oh, well, the first time I went camping, just a knapsack on my back, I hiked 10 miles into the bush with a buddy by the name of Jack. And old Jack, he was an expert, he'd been camped for a whole lot of years. So all we took was some fishing gear, skillet and a dozen beers. Oh, well, the day went great, went fishing on a lake, and we sure had a barrel of fun. By 10 that night, just a little bit tight, frying fillets in the setting sun. Found a patch of ground, laid my sleeping bag down, and I crawled in for the night. When I woke about 3, staring down at me was a shadow in a pale moonlight. Oh, was a bear. Great big mother of a bear. I was up in the flash, did the 10-mile dash, and I never ever went back there. Oh boy, do I love bears. You can bet your life that I do. Ain't nothing anywhere like a big black bear long as he's a mile away from you. Ow, ow. Well, the next time I went camping, brought my brand new waterproof tent to a campground full of people, but nicest place I ever went. Had a cooler full of steaks and things and another one full of beer. I had plenty to eat, I had plenty to drink, I could have stayed there for a year. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I strolled down to the lake. Met a girl named Jan with a deep brown tan. Oh boy, that was a break. By 10 that night, we was snuggled up nice and the tent was zipped up tight. When I woke about 3, staring down at me was a shadow in a pale moonlight. There was a great big hole in my brand new tent. Was a bear. Great big mother of a bear. I was up in the flash, did a 100-mile dash, and I never ever went back there. Oh boy, do I love bears. You can bet your life that I do. Ain't nothing anywhere like a big black bear, long as he's a mile away from you. Well, the last time I went camping, I was invited by a friend called Jake to a great big bear-proof cabin on a hill overlooking a lake. We had booze and girls and a fireplace and music that could turn you on. We had everything that a man could want, except we didn't have an indoor John. What could go wrong? Well, later that night something didn't feel right, and I knew that I had to go down the winding path to the little outhouse about 60 yards or so. Well, my knees were knocking, but I just kept walking, and I made it to the place all right. When I finished my chore and opened up the door, there was a shadow in a pale moonlight. I didn't even have time to buckle my belt. Was a bear. Great big mother of a bear. I was running through the trees with my pants around my knees, and I never ever went back there. Oh boy, do I love bears. You can bet your life that I do. Ain't nothing anywhere like a big black bear, long as he's a mile away from you. Oh boy, do I love bears. You can bet your life that I do. Ain't nothing anywhere like a big black bear, long as he's a mile away from you. Boom, boom. Woo!
Well, let me tell you, if Waxxie doesn't put a smile on your face, nothing else will. Thanks for that, Waxxie. Hope to have you again on the show next week. And speaking of the show next week, I was down here in the KW area. It's Oktoberfest, so I think we might have do a little Oktoberfest show next week. So if you have any Oktoberfest requests, your favorite Oktoberfest songs, put on your dirndl and your lederhosen. You know, grab your favorite Oktoberfest beverage, have a sausage for dinner. And we'll have the Tuesday Live Oktoberfest next Tuesday. So let us know your favorite Oktoberfest songs, requests, and if anyone out there, any of the musicians have an Oktoberfest song they want to do them. We haven't had an oompa band on the show yet, so it'd be good to have a little oompa for Oktoberfest as well. I'm going to turn it over to our correspondents out in Dublin, Robbie O'Spoon. Hey, Robbie. Oh, hello everybody out there in internet land. It's Robbie O'Spoon here in beautiful Dublin, Ontario, having a grand old time swilling the pigs and still digging the potatoes. Oh, and what a fine crop of potatoes it is. I've eaten me potatoes 3 times a day. Hash browns, home fries and potato pancakes for me breakfast. More home fries, french fries, potato soup, potato bread and even a potato sandwich for me lunch. Oh, and for me dinner, every kind of potato you can imagine. Baked, roasted, fried, boiled, mashed, microwaved, grilled, sliced, diced, rice, cheesy mashed, Duchess, Nochi, Hasselback, potato chips, Greek, dolphin, potato cakes, scallop potatoes, potato salad, potato skins, and au gratin, twice baked potatoes, and a big bowl of tater tots to nibble on while I be watching me telly. Oh, I loves me potatoes. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, me da, God rest his soul. He would take a potato out of the ground, dust off the soil, and eat it raw right there in the field like he was eating an apple. That's right. I usually eat one like that in the field every year, just to remember me da, but it's not me favourite. Oh no, give me a big bowl of them tater tots and some French onion dip. Oh, that'd be good eating, let me tell you. Well, when I was a wee lad, we didn't have much, so all me toys were made out of potatoes. That's right. I had me potato toys. Me sister had a whole family of dolls carved out of potatoes, and me, well, I had a whole sounder of swine. That's right, a herd of hogs is called a sounder of swine. My granddad taught me that, and he was the smartest man I ever knew. Anywho, me dad was a well-known potato carver, and he would carve a potato into just about anything. Of course, nothing went to waste back in them days, so when them wee potato piggies started to get a little soft, me ma would cook them up into something and we'd eat them for dinner. Oh, I'd be sad, but then me dad would carve me up a new sounder of swine, and I could get back to me playing at swilling the wee potato piggies. Ah, those were the grand old days. One Christmas, me dad gave me the entire hurling team carved out of potatoes. Oh, I had fun playing the hurling with me team of potatoes, but by the New Year's they was getting soft, so me mom made them into a big pot of cold cannon. Oh, cold cannon. Now there's a potato dish that'll make me eyes all misty for me dad, me ma, and me old life back home. Well, did you ever make colcannon made with lovely pickled cream, with the greens and scallions mingled like a picture in a dream? And did you ever make a hole on top to hold the melting flake of the creamy flavoured butter that our mothers used to make? Oh, you did, so did he, and so did I. And the more I think about it, sure, the nearer I'm to cry. Oh, weren't them the happy days when troubles we knew not, and our mothers made colcannon in the little skillet pot? Well, did you ever take potato cake and boxed to the school, tucked underneath your oxter with your books, your slate and rule? And when teacher wasn't looking, sure a great big bite you'd take of the creamy flavoured, soft and melting sweet potato cake. Oh, you did, so did he, and so did I. And the more I think about it, sure the nearer I'm to cry. Oh, weren't them the happy days when troubles we knew not, and our mothers made colcannon in the little skillet pot? Well, did you ever go to courting, boys, when the evening sun went down, and the moon began a-peeping from behind the hill of down? And you wandered down the boreen where the Cluracan was seen, and you whispered loving praises to your own dear sweet Colleen. Oh, you did, so did he, and so did I. And the more I think about it, sure, the nearer I'm to cry. Oh, weren't them the happy days when troubles we knew not, and our mothers made colcannon in the little skillet pot? Slán.
Well, thanks for that, Robbie. There's a fella that really likes his potatoes, let me tell you. And speaking of potatoes, Willy's been digging the potatoes out here in our little garden, and I think Willy's got another song for us out in the shed, so let's check in with Willy again. Hey, Willy.
Hey y'all, Willy here, out in the shed. I got a song for you. It's kind of a slow song, so if you want to get up and dance, might be a good time to dance to a little slow little waltzing song. I was always better waltzing dancer than it was like when you got your arms flying around and stuff. I never quite knew what to do with my arms when I was dancing. Do I put them up? Do I put them down? I never quite got that. So. But anyway, so you can get up and waltz with this one. It's an Alison Krauss song called When You Say Nothing at All. It's amazing that you can speak right to my heart. Without saying a word, you can light up the dark. Try as I might, I could never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. A smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. All day long I can hear people talking out loud. But when you hold me near, you drowned out the crowd. Old Mr. Webster could never define what's being said between your heart and mine. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. Thanks for that, Willie. Great Alison Krauss song. And funny you should mention that Fishy Fish, but there is already talk of a Waxxie Willy collaboration, kind of a shack in the shed sort of thing. So keep an eye on that for the future. I know they're working at it from a distance. Now we're going to head down to Eastern Ontario to visit with our favorite photographer here at Tuesday Live, Stan McRae. And let's see what kind of pictures Stan has for us. Stan did mention he has a special picture at the start of this. He noticed when that we were doing some fundraising for breast cancer research here, and Stan and his wife Sue's daughter Melissa is actually going through breast cancer treatment right now. So it was a cause that was near and dear to his heart, and he threw in a little picture that he took of his wife and daughter while she was going through treatment. So thanks for sharing that with us, Stan. And I'm gonna play along live here with Stan if I can. And here's Stan's picks.
I think Willie wanted to play a mandolin song. Fantastic pictures, by the way, Stan. As always, amazing. Stan picks up with his camera, and his spotter Sue helps him too. And a very touching photo as well with your daughter and your wife. This next song is Willie said he wanted to do a mandolin tune, so I'm going to go out to the shed and see what Willie's got lined up for us with the mandolin. Well, hey Rob, got the mandolin out again. I'm going to give her another shot. Got a song here. It was requested a while back, and I thought I'd wait till my mandolin showed up before we played it. I think it might have been Sherry requested again. And it's a good gospel song, and I know I played a lot of gospel music growing up. When you play bluegrass music, you play gospel. I know, Rob, I think you said you played a lot of gospel music too, so this is sort of fun. We'll play a little gospel songs called God's Coloring Book. 1, 2, 3, 4. Today as I was walking in the fields just down the way, I sat down on a fallen log to pass the time away. And as I looked around me, the more that I did look, the more I realized that I was viewing God's coloring book. I saw a golden ray of sunlight, a silver drop of dew, soft white floating clouds sailing across the sky of blue, a yellow dandelion, pretty evergreen, and some red and orange flowers growing wild along the stream. The more I looked around me, the more that I did look, the more I realized that I was viewing God's coloring book. Grain of sand in an old man's hair, the pink in baby's cheeks, the blackness in a stormy sky, the brown in falling leaves, and the multicolored rainbow stretched across the sky, and the purple haze at sunset just before the night. The more I look around me, the more that I do look, the more I realize that I was viewing God's coloring book. Turn my face toward the sky and say a silent prayer. Though God doesn't speak to me, I see Him everywhere. He is all around me, He's everywhere I look, and each new day is but a new page in God's coloring book. Yeah, each new day is but a new page in God's coloring book.
Social bubble, get inside your head, make you unhappy, make it hard for us to spread, social bubble, meant to be broken. When you blow up your bubbles, it's easier for us to spread. So here's to all your friends, here's to your family. Mostly here's a toast to being free. Social bubble, get inside your head, make you unhappy, make you unhappy, make it hard for us to spread, hard for us to spread. Social bubble, meant to be broken. When you blow up your bubbles, it's easier for us to spread. So here's to your loneliness, here's to broken hearts. Don't you wanna hang with your friends you haven't seen since March? Social bubble, get inside your head, make you unhappy, make you unhappy, make it hard for us to spread, hard for us to spread. Social bubble, meant to be broken. When you blow up your bubbles, it's easier for us to spread. When you blow up your bubbles, make it easier to spread. Why don't you blow up your bubbles and make it easier for us to spread?
CoViddy, back. But anyways, thanks everybody. That's our show for tonight. Hope everyone enjoyed the show as much as we did. Have enjoyed bringing it to you tonight. Thanks to Sandy Mackay from Rothsay, New Brunswick, for singing the song out on the river there. Stan McRae for his fantastic nature picks. Alan Edmunds for sharing his music with us tonight. That great new song, Alan. Thanks for that. The amazing Waxxie and the Bear song. That was super fun. And of course, Cousin Willy for performing, and Robbie O'Spoon for sharing another of his interesting set of stories. Our amazing animator, Karen Cantello. Fantastic work, Karen. And her understudy, Julia, who does our did our little Tuesday Live transition video. Thanks for that. Don't forget, next week we're going to do an Oktoberfest special. So come prepared, get your Dirndl or your Lederhosen, your beverage, and let us know if you have any favorite Oktoberfest songs you'd like to hear. And we'll do some, we'll be able to do some, I don't know if we'll do the bird dance. That's kind of a bit of a goofy song, but it's an Oktoberfest song. It's popular with Oktoberfest people, I guess. Thank you for watching tonight. If you have a backstage pass, join us for the Zoom show, the Zoom party afterwards. It's kind of a show in itself. Talk about things happening across the country. So drop in on that if you haven't been to it before. Certainly always welcome anyone to join us for that. And you can sign up for that backstage pass at robspoon.com. As well, you can find some old shows there, and you can actually watch the show on my website, I believe. I've never done it. I'm always busy doing the show. I don't have time to watch it when it's live. I assume it's there. If you're watching the U.S. presidential race debate later tonight, remember, there's still a lot of love and compassion in the world. You just have to look for it a little harder these days and do your part by spreading it as much as you can. So keep loving yourself, love all those around you, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for dropping in tonight.